Inferno is an action thriller published in 2013 and it is the first book of Dan Brown's Robert Langdon saga. It is based on the homonymous movie released in theaters in 2016. It is one of the most popular and read books. The movie sees again the famous Tom Hanks in the role of Professor Langdon and a cast of big names such as Felicity Jones, Ben Foster and Anna Ularu. Dan Brown, in this new work, aims to create a thriller with an engaging, current and compelling storyline. The novel will be based on overcrowding on the planet, an issue related to an uncontrolled increase in population growth. The novel begins with a mysterious figure called the Ombra that throws itself from the bell tower of the Badia Fiorentina in Florence. The events were displaced in 3 different cities. The first is Florence, where Professor Langdon wakes up in the hospital. He's got a head wound and serious amnesia that prevents him from remembering the previous days. Dr. Marconi and Dr. Sienna Brooks help the professor and they explain to him that the night before he came to the hospital in a semi-unconscious state. The amnesia would be due to a glancing blow that struck him only on the head. Langdon realizes that a titanium capsule for biological material programmed to be opened only by him has been hidden in his jacket. Inside there is a medieval bone cylinder in which a high-tech projector reflects the Botticelli's map of Dante's Inferno. Langdon understands that his research has to do with Dante Alighieri. In this projection, the professor realizes that the map has been modified with an anagram of the words Cerca Trova, with respect of the painting by Giorgio Vasari, The Battle of Marciano at Palazzo Vecchio. At the museum, Langdon meets the director, who tells that the night before, the professor was at the museum with Ignazio Busoni, known as the Duomino, to examine the death mask of Dante Alighieri. Langdon asks to see the mask again, but it has mysteriously disappeared. In order to find the thief, they examine the surveillance videos that show clearly that Langdon and the Duomino stole the mask, but the Duomino had died the night before, and his last words were Paradiso 25, addressed to Langdon. In the first tercet, clearly refers to the San Giovanni's baptistery, where Langdon and Sienna go to fulfill the last message of the Duomino. They find the death mask of Dante, where on the back was written a riddle. A man, Jonathan Ferris, meets Langdon and tells him that he is working for the World Health Organization. The riddle seems to lead to Venice, to the tomb of Doge Enrico Dandolo. Professor Langdon discovers the truth about Zobrist, a mad scientist and a fanatic dentist who had created a deadly virus, similar to the Black Plague, that could have solved the problem of world overpopulation. Zobrist is dead, leaving some clues related to the Divine Comedy that could have led to the place where the virus is hidden. The Zobrist riddle did not actually lead to Venice, but to Istanbul, to Saint Sophia, since Dandolo had been buried there. The place where Zobrist had hidden the virus was an ancient cistern, but when they arrive, they find the bag already dissolved and the virus already spread. It turns out that Zobrist had not created a pestilential virus, but something capable of changing the DNA of the world population and making it sterile. The novel ends with the word stars, the same with which the 3 cantica of the Divine Comedy end. The differences with the novel are not so many. The movie remains fairly faithful to the book, except for some details. The most obvious change between the book and the movie is in the choice to change the ending. While in the book, Jonathan Ferris claims to work for the World Health Organization and pretend to be the Dr. Marconi. In the film, instead, Jonathan Ferris is replaced by a black guy, Christophe Bouchard, an agent who is trying to sell the Inferno virus to the highest bidder. In the novel, the figure of Sienna is controversial because both Langdon and the World Health Organization believe that she is trying to release the virus, but she is fighting with Langdon to destroy it. She manages to survive and plans to join the organization to help create a cure for the virus. But in the movie, Sienna appears as a follower of Dobrist, who wants to release the virus, and she is killed while trying to release it. In the film, the nature of the virus has changed. In the novel, everyone knows that the virus is lethal, but it makes a third of the Earth's population sterile in order to solve the problem of overpopulation. On the contrary, in the movie, the virus is really lethal. In the movie, the ending is changed. The actual release of the virus results in infecting the entire world population. This is prevented in full contrast with the end of the book. Inferno is an art and history novel made of symbols and codes. Langdon tries to solve a mysterious enigma that projects him into classical art and futuristic science. Art, literature, and genetics are the main pillar of the novel. The author also proposes a food for thought and, at the same time, a warning bell about the problem of global overcrowding that will lead to the destruction of the Earth.